In the years following the apocalypse, the world had become a barren and desolate wasteland. The few survivors who had managed to cling to life were forced to scavenge for scraps, eking out a meager existence in a world that seemed devoid of all hope. But even in the midst of darkness, there was a glimmer of light. In the years that had followed, a new species of plant began to emerge, growing in the cracks and crevices of the ruined cities, spreading across the landscape like wildfire. At first, these plants were nothing more than simple weeds, growing in abandoned buildings and abandoned lots, but as time had passed, they began to evolve and develop, becoming more and more complex with each passing day. Their leaves grew larger, their stems grew thicker, allowing them to withstand the harsh winds and blazing sun. And with each new generation, these plants became more vibrant. Their petals became bursting forth with a riot of colors that seemed to glow in the dim light. But what set these plants apart from others was their intelligence. They had developed intricate networks underground, communicating with each other through a series of chemical signals and electrical impulses. These networks allowed them to share resources, coordinate their growth patterns, and even warn each other of impending danger. They were like a vast, interconnected web spanning the entire landscape, uniting all living things in a delicate balance. As time passed, these plants continued to evolve, developing new and unique features that allowed them to survive even in the harshest of environments. Some grew tall and slender, towering above the rest, with their delicate leaves reaching for the sky. Others were shorter and stockier, with broad leaves that allowed them to absorb more sunlight and nutrients. And as these plants continued to evolve, they began to develop mutations that allowed them to thrive even in the most extreme conditions. Some grew in the harsh deserts, while some others flourished in the depths of the ocean, forming vast underwater gardens that were home to a variety of sea creatures. But the true beauty of these plants was not just in their physical attributes, it was in their ability to bring new life to a world that had all been but destroyed. As the plants spread across the landscape, they began to bring with them a renowned sense of hope and vitality. They attracted insects and animals, providing a new source of food and shelter for a variety of creatures. And as these animals began to flourish, they in turn attracted other creatures, forming a complex, interconnected ecosystem that spanned the entire world. But not everyone was happy with the New World Order. A group of humans who had survived the apocalypse had stumbled upon this world, and they were determined to take control. They saw the plants as nothing more than a resource to be exploited for their own gain. They began to harvest the plants, using their vibrant colors and unique properties for everything from dyes to medicine. They saw the plants as nothing more than a means to an end, and they were determined to exploit them for all they were worth. But the plants were not to be underestimated. They had evolved to be resilient and adaptive, and they were not about to let themselves be used and abused by these new newcomers. They began to fight back using the intricate network to communicate and coordinate the attacks. The humans were caught off guard, and as soon they found themselves at the mercy of the mutant plants, the plants had evolved into something more than just simple vegetation. They were now forced to be reckoned with, a true symbol of power and resilience of nature. As the years passed, the humans were forced to adapt to this new world. They learned to live in harmony with the plants and began to appreciate the beauty and majesty of this new world. So the world continued to evolve, with the plants and animals living in delicate balance, each relying on the other for survival. The vibrant colors of the plants continued to spread, creating a world that was more beautiful than anything that had come before. And as the plants continued to evolve, they developed new and unique ways to communicate with each other. They created intricate songs that were carried on the wind, allowing them to coordinate their growth and defenses. As the years turned into centuries, the world became a wonderland of color and life. The mutant plants had not only survived the apocalypse, but they had thrived, creating a new world that was more vibrant and alive than anything that had come before. And in the new world, the humans had finally found a place to belong. They had to be learned to live in the harmony with the plants and animals, recognizing the true beauty and majesty of the world around them. And as the sun set on this new world, a sense of peace and contentment settled over the land. The mutant plants had been brought to life, and they had all but been destroyed. But in doing so, they had created a new world that was more beautiful and vibrant than anyone could ever have imagined.